Welcome back to the Charismatic Voice. I appreciate your comments and direction so much. And I want to give a personal shout out to subscriber Esusamex, who wrote, "Fun fact, Shaun Morgan is the reason Amy wrote the Evanescence song Call Me When You're Sober. She was dating him at the time of this video and his drinking destroyed their relationship. It is said that when Shaun heard the song mentioned above, that he checked into rehab that day." Having just discovered Seether and having just heard Amy and Shaun's incredible duet, this breakup anthem sounds absolutely incredible, and I can't wait any longer to hear it. So let's get to it.
Don't cry to me. If you loved me, you would be here with me. You want me, come find me, make up your mind.
Whoa, what an amazing intro. I love the power in Amy's voice here. Wow, it is so heartfelt. It is gut-wrenching. The harmonies are awesome. I love the way that they worked in the production too. You hear a more clear doubling of it later and then the split into the harmonies. And the way that she controls her vibrato is immaculate. Let's go back to the beginning.
Don't cry to me. If you loved me, you would be here with me. You want me, come find me, make up your mind.
Okay, I had to listen to it all one more time. We're going to break it up into little tiny pieces and talk about these moments and why it just comes together and is all so delicious. I feel like I've already had dessert.
Don't cry to me.
Right away, this offset is what we'll sometimes call it. The end of the phrase, you hear a little bit of extra air here. That's not always something we go for in singing, but here it's a great idea. There's essentially extra air that is puffing after the phonation has happened. And that gives a sense of so much built up frustration that just has to get out beyond the voice, beyond the melody. Check it out.
Don't cry to me.
Right there. Again here.
You would be here with me. You want me, come find me.
So you can hear it now after every single cutoff. That little, it's pent up extra breath pressure that's coming out. So useful for this emotion. And then I love the way, if you listen really closely, at first it sounds like you've got just the one voice down the center, and then it's doubled. I'll point out exactly where the doubling happens. Single here. Then you get your double in. It sounds like they did more doubles there. And harmonies. Just brilliant. And then particularly cool is the way she's holding that out without letting vibrato in. There is so much tension and ferociousness in this note that's held out. These notes, I should say, with the harmonies. It's usually relaxation that lets vibrato enter into the sound. So it's so tense. I love the piano too. crazy thing just happened here. I'm almost always only listening to the vocal line the first time, especially when it comes to Amy. But there was a guitar riff underneath there that started up that was so cool. It took my attention from her vocal. It was just like really, really cool. So we're going to go back to that point where the band comes in. I love the heaviness of this, right? There's this beautiful thing about Evanescence and how powerful, yet there's a combination of brightness and darkness in Amy's voice and an etherealness to it as well. It's like it has so many different colors in it. It's beautiful. And when you pair that with the heaviness of the music, it's almost this dichotomy of something that's lifting us up and then something that's grounding us. I love the dogs. Wasn't that guitar part underneath there so cool though? Did you listen to it this time? It's so cool. I love that. Yeah, and the bass is killing it too. Oh man, there's like, it's got it all. This song has it all. Let's keep going. Gosh, I feel like it's so heartbreaking when you see some sort of addiction tear apart a relationship. That, like, we're told from such a young age that love can overcome anything. Anything. Right? Isn't that sort of the Disney life? Which I'd like totally subscribe to. Right? I love Disney. But geez, sometimes it just is, you have this disillusionment where you say, addiction destroys. Like, even love can be overtaken. Oh man, I can't imagine being in a relationship where addiction of any sort, there's so many different types, that addiction proves to be stronger than love. You go like, well, shouldn't you love me enough? Shouldn't you love me so much that this is a thing that you can get rid of? Can't you love me more than that drink? Oh, heart-wrenching, especially when you think about someone like Amy Lee. Like, oh, dude, love her. She's amazing. And I think that just goes to say also how strong and awful addiction can be. But I love knowing that it was this song that got him to check into rehab. That's so cool. I love it. I love it. I love it. And also, thank goodness for rehab. So many amazing stories from people coming out of rehab. I love that support. It's got the anger and the hurt and the longing. Oh. I just love those harmonies too. They're open. Wow. That little instrumental break was so awesome. We had a bunch of electronic elements in there that sort of spiced up the listening, enlivened my ears and my hearing. My brain was re-engaged with the instrumental section. And then it cleared it all out. It was like, it gives you like a delicious taste, and then it takes it away. And it's like, no. you can't have anything to eat for a little bit. Everything is a food analogy to me these days, apparently. But I think it was done in such a short time and it was so tantalizing. It made me desperately want more music. Perfectly done. Right? Scintillating.
Couldn't take the blame.
And I love the vulnerability in her voice on couldn't. Shivas.
Couldn't take the blame.
So the vulnerability is actually happening in this little tiny shake there. Like there's just like a little bit of vibrato, I think, that enters. You think about the tension and the way she holds it out straight at other moments. And then here there's a little more hush and a shiver. Wow. Excellent placement of that.
Couldn't take the blame. Sick with shame. Must be exhausting to lose your own game. Selfishly hated. No wonder you're jaded. You can't blame the victim this time. And you're too late. So don't.
I love her mouth shapes. I know this is a music video, all right? She's not singing in the microphone, and we're not hearing what she sounds like actually in this particular image. But it does look like she's singing, and her mouth shapes are so perfect. When you're belting higher like that, it's important for the jaw to drop a little bit more, and that tongue has to lift up. A lot of people will use the back of the tongue to depress the larynx. It's sort of like a secondary form of support, which is really not helpful. It's trying so hard to help you out, but it's really not helpful. The support for your singing needs to come down to the support system, right? Basically, all of these abdominal muscles, diaphragm is in their pelvic floor muscles, intercostal muscles, all of the breath support muscles. That's where you want support to come from. And you don't want a secondary source like the base of the tongue trying to stabilize the larynx. You don't want that to be taking a huge role, but that is something we see a lot. Or sometimes the jaw will get really locked up for a singer, again, trying to essentially supplement the other support. In her case, we see this beautiful jaw drop and the tongue is raised. So we see it going up there. And that's just, not only does it look nice, but that also tells me she's not pushing down on the larynx with the back of the tongue, which is a really, really hard habit to break. Well, wait, it's a little further here when we see that. There. And the way she adjusts her mouth for those words as she's going, I think that's very accurate to how she'd actually sing it on stage. It's hard to lip sync really well. It's easier to just sing it for music videos, putting that out there. That's gorgeous. Ooh, going into some sort of bridge, but I'm going to go back just a little bit here. There we go. Everything about the aesthetics of this video is so appealing to me. I feel really struck and seeing like, oh my gosh, I'm the target audience. Well, target audience for the visuals in the video. Luckily, have never been in this kind of relationship, though I know many people who have. I think that it's a very real thing that affects everyone, if you're in it or if you just know someone who's been in it. I love the elegance of it. There's this beautiful concert hall here and the setting down the steps. It reminds me of an opera house. And then I love the fantasy elements of it. We got sort of that Disney, sort of like a dark Disney element, which fantasy and Disney put together, basically. Oh, I love it. With the red dress at the beginning and her coloring, you couldn't help but think, I think, like Little Red Riding Hood or Snow White. And of course with the dogs, but they were like wolf-like dogs. Got a little bit of Game of Thrones, even though I don't think that, I don't know about the timing. I'm pretty sure that this was before Game of Thrones. Pretty sure. The whole vibe of this video actually makes me think of a dear friend of mine, Coriel. Shout out to Coriel. She actually did the map in the background, y'all. I don't know if you can see that incredible map. And that map has pins in it for where all of you are from. It's a really special map. It also doubles as acoustic foam to help the sound in the room record better. Thank you, Oralex, for that wonderful, wonderful help. This just, like, it hits so many really great points for me. And I think that whoever decided on the artistic direction of this video, like, well done. Thank you. I love how that harmony is so open and tense. Ooh. That was like pounding a nail in right there. Wow, you never call me when you're sober. Oh, all those drunk calls. Yep. But also, you only want it when it's over. Want it because it's over. Oh man, always wanting things just out of reach. Wow, that just felt like a big truth bomb right there. Accompanied by a really smart musical decision. I like the way that we dropped a lot of the instrumental backing there, the heaviness, because the lyrics were heavy enough. Like, let us focus on these lyrics here, because that's the truth bomb. We don't need to overemphasize this with all this extra music. So we have a very light accompaniment that is hitting there. Notice how light it becomes. Oh, right, big. Ooh, the production of that too is really cool. Is that an electric organ in there too? Ouch. This really is like a dark fantasy opera. We've even got our ballet in here now, and of course the flying mechanisms that you would find on an awesome stage. There are so many cool opera productions these days that get this kind of feel. People have ideas of opera that I don't think are necessarily accurate. There might be a couple in there that are accurate, but if you start to get into opera more, and especially notice the differences in productions, there are some that give this vibe off, and it's so, so cool. So cool. gotta say, going from that part back into this chorus, there was something so satisfying. I didn't just get shivers on my arms. I felt like I started having shivers out my backbone, like I was growing spines or something. It feels so awe-inspiring and empowering. I love the way that not only is this addressing some very, very hurtful circumstance, but I think it's empowering people to get out of a similar situation where you're saying like, no, you've been there long enough. As much as you want love to overcome all, sometimes what you need to do is love the person enough to leave. And at that moment, I felt like, wow, how many people have helped each other find a better life because of this song? Wow. I've made up your mind. Oh, the laugh. That could not have been a more perfect ending with that laugh. It almost felt evil, but it was also like happy and released at the same time. That laugh had so much complexity. Oh man. Wow. This is a great song. You guys have great suggestions. I'm going to put up a playlist of some of your most recommended songs ever over here. Check it out if you want to see some more analysis, and may you fall more in love with music every day.